Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It's Friday, man. I'm off the clock, my niggas. I'm exhausted, man. I stayed up last night. Usually, I work around 8:30. So, it ain't no thing for me to go to bed at like 10 because I wake up at like 7. But my wife decided she wanted to run back the seasons of Game of Thrones. And she's running through it. So, and it's my fuck though, because she asked, nigga, yo, man, is my phone too loud for you? I'm like, nah, do your thing. But the phone was too loud for me, man. So it fucked my whole sleep up, man. I stayed up last night crashing the homie in 2K. He wanted some drama. He gonna hit me up, so I had to go and put my foot in his ass on the sticks, man. So I'm tired right now, and my sister is in town, so we gotta go, kick it with her. I gotta get my dad when I get back on my pops and Monopoly, and we just gonna kick it for the night, man. Then see her off properly, man. But peep game, man, we gotta talk about boxrec, man, and just all this, the disparaging remarks and just mannerisms and just gestures and just real bad takes and just everything regarding Usyk, man. I don't know what the fuck boxrec is on. I don't get it. I can't understand for the life of me how somebody as unaccomplished as Gervonta Davis is a top 5 pound for pound fighter when we've had multiple undisputed world champions. How is he over Terrence Crawford on the pound for pound rankings, bro? How? Like, it just you can't logically make that make sense. There's no way in hell you can convince me that a dude who who's won the same belt multiple times at 130 and got emailed a belt at 135 is a how does that usurp a dude who was the first one to go double undisputed in the 4 belt era? This is a dude who has never held a lineal, so he's never beat the man to beat the man. He's never beat the man to be the man. You know what I'm saying? He's a popular, entertaining fighter. That's it. And for that gets him over Terrence Crawford. But Bud is still at least number 4 on the pound for pound rankings. How do you justify having Tank Davis, David Benavidez, who isn't even a champion, and Jaron Ennis all in the top 10 and keeping Usyk outside of the top 10 at number 13? I don't know what it is that, just why, just the minute people start saying Usyk is an all-time great, there's no way you can take that from him. There's nothing you can say to take that away from him. I'm seeing a lot of people go, oh man, he wouldn't beat no Tyson. Nobody is saying that he would beat Tyson. Nobody is saying that he'd beat Ali. Nobody is saying that he'd beat Lennox. Nobody is saying that he'd beat Holyfield. Nobody is saying that he beat Holmes, Shavers, Frazier, Foreman, Michael Moore. Who else am I forgetting? Who else am I listing? Joe Louis, Ray Mercer, Riddick Bowe. We're not saying that he beat them off tops. We're saying he's the only one who could be remotely competitive with those dudes and possibly beat them. His chances of beating them niggas are highly more likely than Joshua and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. Usyk has stood out. He separated himself from the rest. There's just nothing else that you can say about that. And everybody is really, feeling some type of way that this is the dude who permeated to the top as far as talent is concerned in the heavyweight division. They could have been comfortable with the fact that Fury beat Deontay Wilder because if you beat Deontay Wilder, that means you're the best in the division. That's been the general consensus with these niggas up here for years. He beat Wilder. Oh, Wilder, Wilder, he the champ. Can't no one beat Wilder. One punch knockout. You got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I got to be perfect for 1 second. All that shit has really just resonated with niggas up here, man. So if it was gonna be anybody that they wanted to be the best in the division, it had to be Tyson Fury. Even though they was reluctant to give him that, at least they can rest in saying he got beat by the best in the division. And now that that reality has been shattered, look at how these niggas is acting. Look at how they're acting. I don't know where all of these who would win out of the only man for the job to be Usyk with this Deontay. I don't know where all of this shit comes from. How is it that a dude who got beat convincing, if we being real 3 times, how is it a dude who got beat 3 times, two officially, but it's supposed to be 3 times? How is a dude who beat this dude 2 official times, 3 unofficially? How is he the man for the job, but the dude who beat him wasn't the man for the job? I don't get it with y'all, man. And it just go. It's like y'all. It's the most annoying thing in the world. It's nauseating. It's like pulling teeth, man. That's at a fucking barbecue. Y'all are gonna have to find solace in the fact that there is talented fighters outside of the American continent, the North American continent. Y'all are gonna have to find solace in the fact that we have not had a reputable heavyweight champion, a Black American heavyweight champion, since Tyson and Holyfield. To get to this level, to the point where they resonate with the fans, just the in the hearts of the people, the American people. Y'all gonna have to find solace with that. Y'all gonna have to find a way to find solace in that, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Y'all cannot be this sad that the dude. Everybody has known Deontay Wilder is not the man for the. He's not that guy. Everybody was since has known that, despite how enamored you are with the fact that we have a black representative as a heavyweight, and he made it to he made it to championship stature. He just was never the best. He's probably honestly the worst heavyweight champion we've ever had in the history of in boxing. That's just being real. That's just being real. You dig? And it's hurting niggas to say this, man. But these white dudes is different, man. These Europeans is different today. They different. They different. The Klitschko's was different. Usyk is different. To a lesser degree, Fury is different. I don't know how different he is, because he ain't fought to be, it still fights out there for him to fight. But Usyk is different, bro. And that's just the long and short of it. And maybe it's because, he moved up from cruiserweight. You dig? Maybe it's because he operates in the, he has the frame of a 90s heavyweight, where these niggas ain't 6'6", and they ain't tipping the scales at 250 and 260. Usyk coming in 6'3", 225, 226. Maybe that, and because of that, he's able to keep his legs. He's not, and because I'm not trying to go in here and off your head, I understand that it's a science in this game. So I'm just coming in here to point you. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna just, death by 1,000 lashes. And that's how he's getting rid of these niggas. And look at the mental meltdown these dudes go into after the loss. Usyk is different. Y'all had to settle for Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder because y'all had a scapegoat in saying that Deontay Wilder is the best. He only lost to the best at his peak, at his prime, at his apex. He only lost to the best of the of the division. He only lost to the best fighters in the division. Now that has an asterisk on it. And because of that, y'all are having a conniption fit, man. There's no way possible you can sit here and justify Usyk being 13 on the pound-for-pound list when he is one of 3 fighters who has went double undisputed in the 4-belt era as a man. There's no justification for that. There's no justification for that, man. No justification. Matter of fact, he's the epitome of pound for pound because he moved up into a division where most men don't go. It's a boneyard of fucking cruiserweights who moved up there to heavyweight. It's a boneyard of fucking light heavyweights who jumped up from light heavyweight to motherfucking heavyweight. It's a boneyard of fighters who jumped up from super middleweight to heavyweight. It's a boneyard of them, man. Everybody ain't meant to compete in that division. Because that division is the Roman Coliseum for boxing. And for him to jump up to that division and be as dominant as he has been, There's no justification for you to put him at number 13. There's no justification for that. How do we even begin to take this shit serious? Boxrec, that is. How do we even begin to do that? I've got caught up in, using their rankings or whatever, and I didn't know it was this future. I will never go to boxrec again. I will never use boxrec. That is terrible. The fact that you will put Tank at number 3, a dude who has done nothing, and the fact that you even got David Benavidez on that list, who doesn't even have a belt and has only caught one belt in one division. That is wild to me, man. That is wild. And Boots is a top 10 pound for pound fighter. The dude got emailed a belt. Usyk has went on the road and devoted these niggas off of their belts in their backyard. And that gets him a 13 spot on the top 20 pound. That is blasphemous, man. That is blasphemous. And this is why this isn't the only reason, but it's a part of the reason why the American boxing scene is in such dire it's sickening, man. It's sickening. It's fucking disgusting. It's gross, bro. Y'all ain't watching boxing to just take in the sport. If there was a black American fighter like a Terrence Crawford, if we had enough fighters like a Terrence Crawford abroad, you damn right I'm pushing for him. Who wants to test his greatness, who wants the big fights, and has the generational talent to win those fights. You damn right I'm pushing and pulling for Terrence Crawford. You damn right I was a supporter of Danny Jacobs. You goddamn right. Because these dudes are going through the road, they're putting in the road work to be where it is that they want to be. He put himself in position to be the only one who could be remembered alongside of Tito and De La Hoya and Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard and Robinson and Tommy Hitman Hearn. He's the only one that's standing out. Parnell Whitaker. He's the only one who stood out. To even be mentioned with them dudes from this past generation of welterweights. I would love if we had just an illustrious crop of black American fighters who had the same level of hunger and ambition as a Terrence Crawford. We just don't. I remember, I may have said it in another video, but, Ring IQ said it best. Y'all are marketing B and C level fighters as A level fighters when they've done next to nothing to prove that they're worthy of that merit to be an A-level fighter. And just the boxing public in America eats up that, they eat that jive up. They love it. Oh shit, man, get David Benavidez. Come on, man. You will put that. There's only 2 people who are worthy of being pound for pound number 1 outside of Usyk. It's a fucking popularity contest with these dudes. It's a popularity contest. These niggas ain't trying to beat you. You're being dishonest. You're being disingenuous. There's no way you can tell me, even begin to explain to me, how Tank Davis deserves to be in the top 3 and Usyk is at number 13. There's no way you can justify that. What has Tank done to be at number 3? I don't think, if we talk all this money shit that niggas be wanting to talk about, Tank hasn't even made the bag that Usyk has made over the past 3 fights. These past 2 Fury fights, how much do you think that man brought in? Then 2 Joshua fights, how much do you think he got for that? What we talking about? No pause. All right, I'm back. Man, oh man. But I don't get it, man. Just what is Tank done to be deserving of that? A number 3 spot on the pound for pound list. Who has ever had Tank on the pound for pound rankings, man? Because he has not fought nobody to justify him being on the top 5 pound, on the top 10, 20 pound for pound rankings. There's just no way. It's no way. But Usyk being placed at number 13 is just that is an abomination and a disservice to boxing. You American pundits or whoever it is that did this, that is laughable. Whoever controls boxrec, fire them. I'm gonna need Turkey Al Sheik, matter of fact, to buy them fools out. Y'all don't belong over here in this stratosphere. Y'all don't. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go because y'all continue to perpetuate that the American. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's a reason why the Saudis are saying if y'all want that bag, y'all gotta come over here because America is just not as fertile as it once was. All these different markets popping up, and you talking about some motherfucking America, bro. America. That's wild to say as an American. That's wild to say. But America just is not what it once was. And y'all would rather put up this smoke screen and exist in this utopia that we are still the promised land, and we're not. We're not. And this shows you how a lot of these pundits today and whoever are controlling the shit that they're controlling, they're not too far off from the fans who perpetuate this nonsense. Y'all have a duty to steer boxing fans in the right direction. Placing Usyk at number 13 on the pound for pound rankings is not the right direction. Placing Tank anywhere near a top 10 is not the right direction. Placing Boots in the top 10 is not the right direction. He's just not. And it pains me to say this, but placing Bivol in the top 10 isn't really that's not the right direction either because he's not a champion. He doesn't have a belt, even though he's a pound for pound fighter, abso-fucking-lutely. But he's not a pound for pound fighter, bro. He's a pound for pound fighter, but he's not on the pound for pound list. Let me say that. Let me rephrase that. So I just need, I really need y'all to get y'all head out y'all asses and stop with the bias bullshit, man, because there's no justification for this shit, man. This is another bad take. It is way too many shots being sent at Usyk because he went in there and did his job. The same people who are clapping at Usyk talking about he ain't this and he ain't that are the same people who were saying that Tyson Fury could beat fucking Muhammad Ali simply because he was bigger than Ali, because he's 6'9". Y'all are the same people who were saying that. But when Usyk goes in there and beats this dude twice with relative ease, it's blasphemous to call him an all-time great. Now it's the only man to beat Usyk was Deontay Wilder, even though he couldn't do shit with Tyson Fury, the dude that he dominated twice. And he's no longer he's not top 10 pound for pound. Did BoxRec ever have him this low? Did they put Usyk this low on the pound for pound rankings after he beat Fury? After he beat Joshua? Did they have him this low on the pound for pound rankings? I would seriously like to know that. Because I highly doubt that they did. Everybody was A-okay with him beating Joshua, and because he beat Joshua, Joshua was a hype job. So they had no problem shitting on and stepping on Anthony Joshua when Usyk beat him. They had no problem with doing that. But Fury was supposed to be that guy because he dethroned Deontay Wilder. And now that Fury gets dethroned, now he plummets on the pound for pound list after that. Y'all send him to hell on the rankings because he beat who it is that y'all propagated to be the greatest in sliced bread. After he beat twice convincingly. Man, you dudes is a joke, man. And this is why it's really hard for me to take people's opinion on the sport so serious. Because y'all don't, nothing that y'all have to say about it's not a proper analysis. This is coming from a place of bias it's definitely xenophobia. It's definitely xenophobia. It's a multitude of things, man. It's a multitude of things. Ignorance being one of them, and just being overall dumb. There's no way you can convince yourself that Usyk is top 13 pound for pound when he should be number 1. Usyk is number 1 pound for pound, bro. That is the long and short of it, yo. Y'all niggas is dumb.